Kev, and you're watching the Ascension Network television. Today I'm going to be talking about psychic frequencies. Most of us would never consider that music could be a psychic frequency. It puts you in a state of mind that can take you way low and feel depressed, moody, that kind of stuff, or really happy. But also images have a psychic frequency to them as well. You know, like, let's say, seeing somebody walking their dog, seeing a newspaper on the ground, you know, all by itself could be a psychic frequency that would, you know, maybe match with something that you were thinking about before, yesterday, last week, and somehow the newspaper has shown up. A symbol of a newspaper can be something that's on, you know, like messages coming or something. So when we look, let's say, at insects, bumblebees, butterflies, moths, spiders, those have a frequency. When we look at, let's say, asparagus, spinach, other things that people don't like to eat, then that has a psychic frequency as well. Everything that we are exposed to through our senses has a psychic frequency. Just that some of us have a better connection, better clarity or understanding, just like some people understand, like Egyptology, you know, and study of Egyptian stuff, pyramids, that kind of thing. So those, you know, pyramids have a psychic frequency as well. Now, the psychic frequencies are carried on a wave of emotion, and the emotions can be wrapped around the content in the newspaper, potential emotional conditions such as bumblebees can sting us, you know, spiders can bite us, and there are some spiders that don't bite and that they just take care of bugs and you know, keep order in the place. Other things that have psychic frequencies can be like traffic, when you're stuck in traffic, and that can put you in a state of mind. Now, when traffic is flowing smoothly and everything is going, you know, at a normal speed for the highway, then everybody's in a good mood. When it's slow and people are hitting their brakes, then the mood is less light and more sort of like negative. But I want to share with you that based on most of the stuff that's out there, we can connect with what we see either as we understand it or we don't understand it. I recognize that thing, I don't recognize that thing. And then some of it's useful, some of it isn't. And when you don't recognize things, that lets you know that you have more to learn. And so long as we're living here on the planet, we have plenty to learn. But basically, you know, it's sort of like a triangle. You know, a triangle has three sides. Two sides you can see, and one side you cannot. It's the underside. The underside is the part that sort of like supports the two sides. And what I'm getting at is that one side is when you're seeing something for the first time, and then the second side of that experience is where you are walking away with a memory that's related to that experience. So you have that triangle, that like the base that supports the situation, you entering into the situation, and then what you gain, what you've learned from the situation as you're leaving it, walking away from it, saying goodbye, that kind of thing. Now, the ancient peoples who made the pyramids understood this, that there were two sides. And there are some times where you can see a side, or a couple of sides in the case of the pyramids, and you understand pyramids based on what you've read in school, what you've learned, what you've seen on the television specials, that kind of stuff, and know that there's a mystery associated with it and that there are specialists who are studying these mysteries. What the connection, I feel, is missed between the pyramids and the triangle is what the triangle does. So if you take, let's say, a prism and you have it in front of you, and you have light coming in on one side, on the other side shines out a color spectrum. This color spectrum is basically the product or the outcome of the filter that is the prism, like the crystal prism. Just look up prisms and refracting light, that kind of stuff, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You can look at a musical keyboard piano and depending on how the light is shining, and let's say look at it, the light shining on me or through me, how I'm moved guides me to express a specific light frequency. A light mood in this music here. So when you are receiving the music that I'm playing, or any artist that's out there, be it your next door neighbor in their garage, or some like Yo-Yo Ma, or someone that's studied music all their life and they're an excellent channel for the music that they're receiving from the divine source, they are also a prism.